hunting them down one by one.
Traitors get guillotined.
Mobilize in your own cities, your own counties, storm your own Capitol buildings.
This is one of the few times in America's history where the chapter is unwritten. We don't know how it's going to end. And we've only really seen that in the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, World War II. And we're in this moment where it could end in a very dark way, where we could lose freedom, law and order, democracy, or we could redeem all of those things. And so to think that you could have a hand in the redemption of America, I hope that would inspire other Republicans to come forward and help write a successful ending for this dark chapter in America's history.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and I respect Eric Swalwell for calling on Republicans to step up, to follow the rule of law as they swore to do. And look, I'm a glass half full kind of person, but you guys know who we're dealing with here. How many opportunities throughout the entire Donald Trump debacle have there been for Republican leaders to stand up for the Constitution, stand up for justice, stand up for law and order, truly for law and order? But they can't straighten their spines for a cowering, tail-tucked, kneeling, ring-kissing, butt-kissing posture. And look, folks, maybe pigs will fly. Maybe Ted Cruz will tell the truth. Maybe Mitch McConnell will be kind and generous, but I doubt it. The Republican Party is no political party. These are not people organizing together on some tolerant philosophical predisposition, advocating for the best interests of society. They're a freaking organized crime family. They want to seize a bunch of one-issue voters, issues that they themselves couldn't care less about, stoke a bunch of hatred and division, all in the name of winning elections, so they can keep manipulating markets, increasing profit margins, and cutting the working class out from under their knees.
Current minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. That's what it's been since 2009. It hasn't been raised again in over a decade. It hasn't been raised. Over that time, prices went up every year, 1%, 2%, 3%. Not a terrible inflation, but you add it up over 10 years, a lot the prices have gone up. But the minimum wage hasn't gone up with them, which means in terms of what the minimum wage can buy, the last 10 years have seen a steady year-by-year decline in what the minimum wage will do for the people, the millions who depend on it.
These people have time and time again stood on the side of insurrectionists, forsaken every aspect of democracy and every aspect of what makes this country great. They've lied, they've cheated, colluded, and conspired to all seize power, pull a fast one on the people of this country, and get their grubby mitts on the public purse. There is no line to be crossed with Republicans. They will never acknowledge mistake. They're in too deep, and all they see is that they have to keep up this con indefinitely while they have no moral compass to check.
This is not a time for Republicans to fold, to walk away, to quit, to be afraid. Whatever happens, happens. They have to be strong. Don't worry about being impeached.
Reminder. President Biden defeated former President Trump by a 306 to 232 electoral college margin. Since then, Trump and his Republican allies have made countless claims of voter fraud, but almost every lawsuit regarding the issue has either been dropped or dismissed, and numerous recounts and audits have found no evidence of widespread irregularities.
The Republican Party completely sold out any resemblance of conservative values when they wholesaled anything and everything to Trump in exchange for, that's just it, in exchange for what? They got nothing. I'm serious, what did they get? They have KKK Klansmen and women in the ranks calling the shots. Does the KKK have female grandmasters? Because if they don't, someone should tell Marge and Lauren so that they should start a petition. This party is treasonous. They are weak, and they do not deserve to serve the American people. Romney, Cheney, and Kinzinger are literally the last of their kind. They're being threatened, censored, and silenced with every power the GQP can muster. Someone needs to get them in the witness protection program because there's no telling what these unhinged, deranged lackeys will do at the bidding of their Republican masters. Trump managed to pull the biggest hoax in the world when he got these subhumans to worship him, because he convinced them with literally the dumbest argument in the world. Do I hope more Republicans step up? Absolutely. But right now they're fighting a democracy tooth and nail. Insanity must prevail. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.